Hello, welcome to Wisdom Inspired Talks. Thank you for joining me today. I am Yomi Akinpelu, your wisdom coach, speaker, teacher, and author of Blow the Cap Off Your Capability and other books. In this video, I will share from the wisdom of wise men and women from ancient and contemporary times. We'll glean wisdom from books, biographies, teachings, quotes, and sayings of sages through the ages. So, let's dive right in. Today, we'll be speaking about thoughts. We'll start with a quote and a story. More gold has been mined from the brains of men than has ever been mined from the earth, says Napoleon Hill. Now for our story. Oliver Hill, born on October 26, 1883, in Pound, Virginia, USA, was an American journalist, salesman, and best-selling author. It tells the story of how he purchased a fine dictionary, sought out the word impossible, and promptly clipped it out of his new dictionary. He suggested that it would not be an unwise thing for his readers to do the same. Oliver Napoleon Hill is best known for his book Think and Grow Rich, which is amongst the 10 best-selling self-help books of all time. Robert Schuller says the same, that impossibility is something he has removed from his dictionary. I advise that you do the same. A grandfather once told his grandson a tale about life. He said, "A fight is going on inside me. It is a fight between two wolves. One is evil, angry, jealous, greedy, and full of pride. The other is good, joyful, humble, patient, kind, and full of compassion. The same fight goes on inside you and inside every other person too." The grandson pondered on what he had just heard and asked, "Which wolf will win?" The grandfather simply said, "The one you feed." What you feed your mind with is what will determine the course of your life. Feed on great thoughts and your life will go in the right direction. Dwell on defeating negative thoughts and your life will go in that direction. As you think, so you become. True change always begins in the mind. The way you think inevitably reflects the way you live. So to become the best version of yourself, think great thoughts. One of the ways you can do that is by feeding your mind on great books. While reading great books, for example, the Bible, your mind is being bathed and soaked in high-quality thoughts of the author. This will generate superior thoughts in your mind and consequently good feelings, and these feelings will affect your actions. On the other hand, if you give in to stinking thinking, your mood dips, you lose energy and enthusiasm, and your outlook on life becomes bleak. Ecclesiastes 10:2 says, "Wise thinking leads to right living. Stupid thinking leads to wrong living." Solomon, the wisest king, writes, "Guard your heart with all diligence, for it determines the course of your life." That's Proverbs 4:23. We cannot perform outwardly in a way that is inconsistent with how we think inwardly. You cannot be what you believe you are not, but you can change your thinking and consequently your life. Your brain is like a supercomputer, and your self-talk is the program that determines how it will run. Your mind is always eavesdropping on your self-talk. So, if you tell yourself you're not good enough, that's what it will produce, because that is what you programmed into your supercomputer. Monitor your self-talk. Proverbs 23:7 says, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." Albert Einstein is known to have said, Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. In order to maximize your success and accomplish your dream, you will need to do something different. In order to do something different, you will first need to think different. By changing your thoughts and beliefs, you will be able to change your life. And the thinking that guides your intelligence is much more important than how intelligent you are. Research shows that your thoughts cause the release of hormones that bind DNA, turning genes on or off. In other words, your thoughts can tweak your genetic expression. Your mind is like a magnet. Whatever gets in your mind and stays there continuously is what you're going to attract. Whatever you think about is what you bring about. It's what success coaches call the law of attraction. Joshua 1:8 says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate, think upon it day and night, so that you will observe to do it, and then you will make your way prosperous and you will deal wisely." In other words, the more you think on the word of God, the more you will do it, and the more you will act wisely, and this will bring prosperity into your life. Martin Luther once said, "You cannot stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can sure stop it from making a nest in your hair." Contrary thoughts and doubts aren't really yours until you allow them to move in and rearrange the furniture. Left unchecked to amble through your mind, a thought can attach itself to your mind and grow until it's like a tumor growing inside you. The Apostle Paul warned, "Take captive every thought, make it obedient." That is found in 2 Corinthians 10:5. Don't give wrong thoughts an inch, or they'll take a mile. Evict them like the unlawful squatters they are, before they weaken your commitment to all that is good, godly, and virtuous, and leave you in a place of regret. Every day, stand guard at the door of your mind. Life drifts in the direction of thoughts. Therefore, be careful where your mind wanders, because your words and actions will follow. When your thoughts are going in the wrong direction, talk to your thoughts as if you were addressing an undisciplined child or an army. You are the general. You, not your thoughts, are in command. So take the thoughts captive. If you let your thoughts control you, you'll head straight for disaster. That's why so many people live in a state of inner chaos and have no idea what to do with their lives. You are in charge. You should be giving the orders, telling your thoughts what to do. You have to be vigilant. If you detect any undesirable thought, pounce on it and send it packing. Get rid of it. What you become is a direct result of what your mind dwells on. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Life consists of what a man or woman is thinking about all day." John Locke said, "The actions of men or women are the greatest interpreters of their thoughts." So, now I want to talk about amusement. Excessive amusement can distract or prevent thinking or deep pondering. The word amuse is made up of muse, which means to think and ponder. When you have a in front of a word, it usually implies the opposite, as in symmetrical and asymmetrical. So, while musing is your reflective state of mind, a muse is your non-thinking state. So, long periods of screen time means long periods of non-reflective state. Television and screens in general dull your imaginative powers, whereas reading and listening to the spoken word develops these vital powers. So be wary of things that constantly distract you from serious thinking. If we constantly eat junk food for a long time, we aren't going to be as physically healthy as we should be or could be. The same is true for what we feed our minds on. As the saying goes, sow a thought, reap a deed, sow a deed, reap a habit, sow a habit, reap a character, sow a character, reap a destiny, says Ralph Waldo Emerson. If you want to live a fulfilled life, you have to fill your mind with the correct material, with the correct things. Success comes to those who are success conscious. That is, people who are thinking about succeeding all the time. I heard it said once, if you put a pumpkin in a jug, when it's the size of a walnut, it will never get bigger than that jug. I believe that can happen to a person's thinking. So don't let it happen to you. People fail to achieve because of how they think, not because of education or connections or birth circumstances or pedigree. Your thinking determines your success because your thinking controls your actions. And if you change your thinking, you change your life. White hot desire is what transmutes thoughts into material possessions, says a wise man. You cannot directly choose your circumstances in life, but you can choose your thoughts carefully. And this will eventually shape the circumstances of your life. A particular train of thought persisted in will surely bring and cannot fail to produce results in your character and circumstances. You cannot travel inside you and remain still in stagnation. You cannot imagine greatness within you and live a mediocre life or be a mediocre in life. All achievements of whatever nature begin as a state of mind. And that state of mind is the one and only thing over which a person has complete, unchallenged right of control. It is highly significant that God has provided humankind with total control over nothing except the power over their own thoughts, the one thing they need to shape their lives, and the privilege of fitting them to any pattern of their choice. So whether you are in prison or whether you are in the palace or in the pit, you have control over one thing that can change your life, and that is over your thoughts. You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you, says James Allen. And that is all for today. Until next time, keep on growing in wisdom and maturity. Blow the cap off your capability. Be unstoppable. Be awesome. I'm cheering you on.